Life hacking, life skills, strategies to do slightly better. Right out of the gate in the leadoff position will be knees over toes. Knees over toes. Do I believe in exercise equipment? No affiliate program, no links down below. Knees over toes. The reason it's a life hack is it actually works. The reason that life is better with knees over toes, not sports psychological advice, which is when these exercises get done, knee, ankle, joint strength spike and improve greatly. Is this us becoming better athletes? Using tip number 1, knees over toes. Life hacking tip number 2. 3 items that are at Whole Foods that if you don't buy them, you're actually being fiscally and financially irresponsible. Whole Foods, the place you go where you hope to not have to pay $350 for barely a week's worth of groceries. So you might be asking, hey, what in the world would 3 items be to purchase at Whole Foods that if I don't buy them, I'm financially irresponsible? Like paying late fees on your credit card. Like irresponsible where you're doing something such as lighting your money on fire. Item number 1, that would be the ground beef. The reason Whole Foods ground beef is responsible is the quality comparison from Whole Foods to any other grocery store. It's not even night and day. Night and day would be like dog food, where kibble to farmer's dog. That's night and day. Whole Foods ground beef compared to anyone else's ground beef is not even in the same universe. We're talking about life hacks. We're talking about life skills. 3 items. Number 2 is 3. 3 items that if you don't purchase from Whole Foods, you're being financially irresponsible. Life hacks. Period. Life, not wife. Wife hacks would be a better one, actually. Period. Life hacks. Enough about the ground beef, Larry. But just to finish that thought. Taste, endurance, freshness. Significantly better. That's a life hack. Where the ground beef at Whole Foods tastes better than someone else's ribeye. You're talking $6 a pound, 80-20. I used to think that 20% fat was gross. It's not. It's delicious. Life hacks. 3 items to purchase at Whole Foods that if you're not buying them, you're being irresponsible. Number 2 is dog treats and flowers. The reason flowers and dog treats are so cheap and ground beef is those aren't necessarily loss leaders. The subject that we're talking about, Aresh, hello, we're talking about Life Skillzz, Topic 1, Life Hacks, Life Hacking. Life hacking, knees over toes. There's an exercise program that increases. Alfonso has chimed in to say, what is up? How are you? Exercise regimen, knees over toes. I would see these videos in my algorithm and think to myself, can this work? I was doubtful. This old dude was dunking, and I thought he was just a young dude who looked old in the face. And then after he would dunk, he would do the splits. And I would see this, I'm like, not what kind of freak is this? I thought to myself, what kind of special Olympian is this guy? His channel is Knees Over Toes. Oh my God. It actually works. I did the exercises that I didn't have to purchase anything, and I gained a lot of benefit. I've only bought one thing, which is this incline board. I got this incline board. I use it 15 times a week. I'm not selling these because there's no link and there's no affiliate link. I don't want you to even purchase it. I'm just saying I watched a video. Initially, I was incredulous. Then I took action. Then I became amazing. Non sequitur, do you understand Portuguese? Which is dichotic listening, which is coming up in 13 minutes approximately. We're talking about life hacking, life skills, life hacking, bullet point number, asking questions, which is, can you ask empowering questions that are sequential sequitur, where we're getting better in our life by asking empowering questions. Jealousy. Oh, life hacking. Inherently on social media, we're in a mode that is default jealousy, where if we're trying to put our best foot forward with an edited version of videos or a curated version of perfect lighting hitting our girlfriend so that way she looks 5'10" and athletic, where in real life she's 5'5" and regular, that's going to cause jealousy or not cause jealousy. But what if we set aside our human jealous tendencies and realized, hey, I met a guy who has a channel, what they don't teach you in school, and he talked about jealousy. When you monitor how many times you say default jealous things, you allow your brain to have abundance. Now, there are countless videos about summoning and manifesting the things that we aspire for and march towards. What I've never seen is these new age female friendly videos on matriculating into some magical thing that we all want. I've never seen it go through the vaginal chemical of, are you going to mitigate your jealousy en route to abundance and a flow state of Noam Chomsky flow, where in his book he does allude to jealousy. That's why this video hammers that point home, which is life hacking, Lyfe Skillzz, Managing Jealousy. The biggest country that Brazil borders is... What are you talking about? Oh my god. This is what I get for... This is what I get. BD has chimed in with his life hack, which he will post. Everybody thank BD after he posts the hashtag that is a life hack, which is hashtag, comma, quote, what they don't teach you at Harvard Business School. Laundry. Oh, you're getting laundry life hacks from ancient Chinese secret bearer, Larry Chang. Life hacks. What if all your clothes were dry fit? Good job, BD. Chapter 13 is laundry tips from a Chinese guy. A detergent company used to run this commercial called, "Oh, my clothes are so clean." And then everyone says, "Ancient Chinese secret." Which then is not jealousy inducing, which is, "Oh, I feel so sorry for you that you're only streaming to a low number of people." Well, that low number of people just got smaller and better because you're in timeout. Come back with a better attitude. Come back not alienating yourself by self-hurting yourself. Come back better. Duck D's chimes in. Larry, hope you're doing well this evening. I am doing well. I'm doing super well. I'm glad that you're here. Do you see that BD has mind morphed into a disciplined, unstoppable force, finally using hashtags correctly? Which is hashtags. Can you connect conversation, finishing, curating the laundry tip? What if all your clothes were dry fit? The reason all your clothes should be dry fit, slightly more expensive, 10 times easier to do laundry, no more laundry procrastination. This dress shirt, it's dry fit, just like all my athletic clothes. What you do is you just wash it on delicate cycle, just barely a little bit of laundry detergent. On the gentle cycle, you put it out, you pull it out, you put out, which I will do on dates. And then air dry. It takes not even 15 minutes to do laundry. Am I air drying even compression shorts? Yeah, when I do decide to wear underwear. But having dry fit everything makes doing laundry so easy. So easy. And when you get dirty networking with Lisa Kim or Sarah Park, then you can also do bedsheet laundry because the bamboo sheets, they feel like they're dry fit also, which I also air dry. So, advice of life hacks: make your bed in the morning. I go a step beyond making my bed, where I improve and clean one component of the bed. So, am I doing laundry kind of every day? Yes. But am I also swimming in the rooftop pool and then strategically doing that one load of laundry as I air dry my basketball shorts, which double as a swimsuit? Yes, 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 yes. Do you see how instead of the way that most people do laundry, which I'm at this girl's place and she's got literally 2 hampers full of laundry. I'm like, Are you saving this to bring home? How far away do your parents live? Oh, they live super close. I'm like, where? She's like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, at 90 miles an hour, that's 3 hours away. So you're going to lug all your stuff and do 4 loads of laundry at your parents' place? Don't you have an in-unit washer and dryer? Right? What happens is it ends up clogging your brain and clogging up my walkway and kind of having if I don't do laundry, maybe if I let it sit long enough, I can wear it again, which is so gross. So gross. What is that word? Chemical? Why is laundry after chemical? No clue. Chemical. Larry, what's a chemical life hack? The pineal gland? Chapter 12? Chemical. Food. Oh, this is a good one. Old way would be, I'm just going to have small meals so I can get my metabolic rate up. That's the mode of thinking, which is small meals increase your metabolic rate. Eating 7 small meals through the day is really not good. That's what I used to do, actually. Or at least 5 meals. Because I was a growing boy. I was always hungry. Ideally, as an adult, if you're growing a lot, don't do 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Actually, do it. Consult your doctor. Life hacking. Eating for a 6-hour window, fasting for an 18-hour window. That's a big jump because some people are hypoglycemic, aka they're a fat person who needs to burn blood sugar, not fat. That's why you are fat, is because you're hypoglycemic and the cycle continues. In your body, it never goes into autophagy. Larry, how do you know everything about everything? I like to read. So, you need to eat in smaller windows. The first window that you eat in is a 12-hour window. Then you eat in a 6-hour window, and then you get healthy and your inflammation gets reduced. During Jesus' time, fasting was a regularity. Ron has chimed in. How are we? We're doing pretty well. Topic, life hacking. Where life hacking, liking stuff instead of waiting for the speaker to trick you into thinking that you're thinking, then confirming what you already thought, and then you hit like. That's how when most people like. Whereas when I'm asking you to think, that's difficult. That's why these rooms are small. That's why people make fun of me for, hey, can you say my name? Which is interesting question, which goes to us hosting small rooms and not just thinking about new things, which is how will I transition to this video becoming semi-valuable? Let me repeat that because I so often say this valuable is the most valuable video. But the video is only valuable to me because it feels like I learn more from you guys than you guys learn from me. Which is us being okay with small rooms. We covered eating in a 6-hour window, fasting for 18 hours, breathing. You'd think a book about breathing wouldn't be the most significant book that we could read. It's just a book about breathing. Instead of furiously typing and bossing other people around, BD, maybe you should take pen to paper notes and finally do chapters 1 through 14 using TCP/IP protocol. Because with us doing breathing, it's page 43, Nadi Shodhana breathing. This is by far the most significant book because it also solves snoring, and it's worth $100 million. Because old rich people, they don't care about anything other than the benefits of breathing. But you can't tell them, hey, this is a book about breathing. Will you read page 43? Just like I'm telling BD, why won't you email chapter 4, larry@duck9.com? And it's the same hesitancy. It's the same. People are stuck. That's why this video is called Life Hacks and Life Skills, which is breathing, James Nestor. Reading that book as if there's going to be a test. Reading that book as if your life depended upon it. Reading that book as the first book you've ever purchased by watching this Chinese guy in a cowboy hat say James Nestor, James Nestor, James Nestor, and life hack. I already said it once. That book should be on speed order. Because when you read the book, you should be asking yourself the question, how would Larry make $3,000 with this book before May 27 and May 29? Hey, Larry Chang, says GW12. Larry Chang says, hey back, May 27, May 29, May 27, May 29. Do I get commission on that? Nope. Do I get an affiliate deal on that? Nope. Am I going to be giving you a link? Nope, nope, nope. Do you want me to say that? Gee whiz. You want me to say that, right? So you're reading the book, and while you're reading the book, you have the motivated way to read the book, which is, how would I make $3,000 so that way I can go to biohacking conference? I am study buddies with 5, 6, 7 billionaires for the book James Nestor Breathe. First, we study buddy the James Nestor Joe Rogan video on the Joe Rogan podcast on YouTube. Then we study buddy the book. If reading a book intimidates you, that's life skills. Momentum. Oh my God, this is perfect. This is perfect. So the momentum of watching a video once is not momentum. Where watching the James Nestor Joe Rogan video twice might be the first time you've ever watched a video. Twice. Question. Have you guys ever watched any video on YouTube knowingly twice? Have you guys ever knowingly watched a video twice? That's my point number 8, momentum. What you can do also as a life hack is take notes on my 1 to 8 and then summarize them using AI. Why would you do that? Because that is your first video rewatched that now has a locked in knowledge component. Number 9 was momentum. Oh, number 10. 10's a juicy one. Fuck you, money. Fuck you, money. Depending on where you put the hezi in the pyramid, fuck you, money. Fuck you, money. Most people have one version of it, which is, oh my God, wouldn't it be great to get fuck you money so that way we can tell our boss that we quit? You'll never get fuck you money when you only know the one mythical form of fuck you money. Here are 5 forms of fuck you money, so that way you'll all automatically get to fuck you money if you've got some ability to focus your brain on 5 hours per week. Basically less time than you're already spending with Larry Chang videos. Fuck you money. 1. House money. You're welcome. What is fuck you house money? House money is money that is the gambling house's money. We don't ever want to play with our own money. This is why everyone asks me, hey Larry, are you high right now? Hey Larry, are you drunk right now? Hey Larry, do you smoke a lot of green substance, aka weed? Because you're so fun, you're so in flow, and you've got that like drunkenness, high energy. Are you high on something? I am high on something. It's called house money. This is why Christian people tend to make even more money, because this is what Christian people say about the concept of fuck you house money, or just house money, or stewarding money. Not praying, but a prayer. Lord Jesus, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to steward your money. May it honor you, yours in Christ, your biggest believer and fan, Larry Chang. Now, am I making fun of that guy praying while thankfully thanking for stewarding money? Yeah, but I'm kind of secretly jealous of him too. Why? Because stewarding money is just like house money, because it's renting the money and treating the money like you made it, but you're just controlling it. That's why Christian people constantly use the word stewarding money. This is house money, where you have the mentality of, oh, that's not my obnoxious amount of money that I made using James Nestor's book. That's James Nestor's book, along with a Larry Chang video where he's like, read this book and try to make $3,000. Where are you making it from? You bring the book to a steakhouse. Remember, we're getting a dollop of fuck you money. We bring it to a really nice hotel. Some rich guy is going to be like, oh my God, everybody's reading that book. How do you like it so far? And then if they're overweight, this is what you say. This book solves a lot of problems. I'm study buddy with this guy named Kirby Chang. It's related to CPAP. and because he's overweight, he'll be like, oh yeah, my doctor told me that my snoring would be solved if I use the CPAP, but it's just so uncomfortable, I just can't use it. Oh my God. Well, this book talks about it. Do you see what you're doing? You're basically charging the billionaire fat dude 80 grand to be his CPAP machine wiener. Not wiener, 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 Weener, which is fat people have sleep apnea. They can't breathe. They breathe through their mouth. Now they're on a clock to die early. Do you want to die early as a rich person? Nope. You don't want to die early. That's why it's F-U money, house money. Why is it house money? Because you didn't earn that money. I did. I earned that money. But you get to keep it. Larry, we made all this money. You made all this money for students. You made all this money for students. How are you going to are you going to keep a percentage of it? What are you talking about? Didn't Caucasian people invent cowboy hats? What is cultural appropriation? You could try to bring DEI into life skills, but what DEI originally stood for, way before the current standing, is defensively excellent infielder. That would be me, this guy. Really, really good at shortstop. Life skills. Can't stop, won't stop. Larry Chang at shortstop for the Yankees would have beaten the Dodgers because the Blue Jays, not the best. And why wouldn't you have the pitcher hit and then the DH would hit for the shortstop? That's how defensively excellent I am. House money, fuck you money, version number 1. Stewarding money is the Christian version of it. Tithe, perfect. Right on cue with Christian money. This is what happens when people make obnoxious amounts of money. Every time. I want more. Now you're screwed because you should say, oh my God, I made too much. That's what tithing does, is you're like saying, one, I'm stewarding all this money that I'm making, and I'm tithing it, meaning I'm just throwing away 10%. Me, I came up with, in Silicon Valley, douche tithing. Why? Because I am so good at making money and such a douchebag that I need a douche tithe. Larry, what's a douche tithe? Christian people are pretty good at making money. Mormon people are pretty good at making money. Me, as a Caucasian cowboy, I'm great at making money. That's why I should have to give not just 10% of my money away, I should have to give 20% of my money away. That's douche tithing. BD, what are you talking about? You sound like you're a faux moderator when moderation is not going to move the like needle. Which, if you're watching and you already liked it, like it again so that way I know that you're watching and that you already liked it. So when you're watching, while you're watching, you already liked it, hit like again, because in my mind, you'll have double liked it, but then the like total will drop. Therefore, I know that you're paying attention. Dichotic listening is coming up in 4 minutes. FU money, tithing. The douche tithe of giving away 20%, that's obnoxious. It's even more obnoxious when I whole tithe. What's a whole tithe? That's where I'm donating 100% of it. Why would I do that? because one, it's hilarious, and two, it's high Larry ass life skills. High Larry, Larry, ass, ASS. High Larry ass. An example of that is the Gossip Girl New York Fashion Week experience, or the New York Fashion Week Gossip Girl experience at New York Fashion Week, where I fundraised 4, 5, 6 figures, depending on the year, and those figures pass through directly to the 501c3. That's douche tithe, which is 20%. Don't be a dick and do 100%, but that's fuck you money. Where then people found out and were like, well, why would he do that? Because he's trying to say fuck you to us, which then helps you fuck because now you're VIP at every fundraiser because you text people, hey, this is a good cause, youth at risk. Chip in money, I'll never touch it. House money, tithe, tipping 3 $5 bills. The reason that's a form of fuck you money is sometimes you're able to tip people even when the service isn't great. Tip to ensure proper service. That's fuck you money version number 3. Business model, ass model. Business model, ass model. So with the tipping thing, to finish that, it's 8 $5 bills, and you can control the hotel / convention center. Ass model, business model. I love fuck you money too, which is why we're talking so much about this. Crow Macaw. You a country singer too? Maybe we can sing a song about Crow Macaw. Crow Macaw, Crow Macaw. I once hit a 3-run homer off of Macaw. Ass model, business model. Fuck you money. Here's the problem. Everyone thinks that fuck you money is a destination. It's saying fuck you to money all the time. This is how money fucks you. This is not good. Where you see a person with a brand new Honda Civic and you're like, I could have gotten that Honda Civic if I would have taken a $500 payment. That Honda Civic, it's not so great. That's money fucking you because you want a Honda Civic, you can't have one. What you're going to do instead is, I wonder if Larry Chang can pick up just as many women, if not more women, driving a Hyundai or a Honda Civic versus what he currently drives. Because once you start to not get screwed by money, saying, oh, I could have bought that, I just don't want to. Now you're limited. Now you're constrained. Now you're doing the opposite of fuck you money. Your scarcity mindset where you're like, oh, that person's not so great. I could have gotten a Honda Civic. I just don't want to have a $500 payment. And granted, those words are accurate. It makes more sense if it's a Mercedes for a $900 payment. Fuck you money, 650 ways to Sunday. Ooh, this is actually good. The reason it's 650 ways to Sunday is there are so many versions of FU money. This is the biggest one, which is to disconnect your money out from the money in. Most people, as soon as they make $200K in a bonus, they're spending $200K 7 times because they're going everywhere and they're like, I could buy that, I could buy that, I could buy that. Ditto if you got a $200 windfall. Let's say You're with your girl and she's leaving the dance area and two $100 blows into the valet area. So then you got the $200, you pick it up, you put it in your pocket. Wrong, but no judgment. You start walking everywhere, spending $200 7 times. Oh, I should buy some shoes. Oh, I should buy some clues. Oh, I should buy another cowboy hat. What you want to do instead, when you make that windfall, is invest all of it. Invest all of it. And pretend like you never got it. 15 minutes early. Number 11, life skills, life hacking. Who is watching, not liking? I don't get it. Which is getting somewhere 15 minutes early. Try it for 7 days. Anything you got to be somewhere, show up 15 minutes early. In the next week, in the next week, liking something 3 times or an odd number of times is not so odd. It's showing up somewhere 15 minutes early. What happens? Everything amazing. Because crappy people who are poor and going to be poorer and bankrupt can't show up anywhere on time ever. Is that the income disparity between men and women explained? You tell me. "15 minutes early." The insight here is you're going to ooze, I show up everywhere 15 minutes early. Now, this is advanced. This is entertainment purposes only. If the other party is 5-7 minutes late, you take off. This is the protocol. You show up 15 minutes early. You 9 minutes early text here, HERE. The other person will be cliche, oh, I'm en route. Oh, I'm parking. Never will they say, I'm here too. What you're doing is you're setting up the other person to be impressed when you leave after they're 5, 6, 8 minutes late. Definitely leave if they're 15 minutes late. If it's a date and they're super attractive, I would leave 5 minutes into their being late. This is how to do that. They're going to say, oh, 8 minutes late. I'm still trying to find parking. Traffic was really rough. And then you just text, okay, or like. Why are you doing this? Because when you're financially challenged, you're also time blind. This is a ginormous life hack, which is if you can't control your time or your brain, you'll never control your money or access to money. And when you show up 15 minutes early, you join the people who are rich, because the people who are rich, they got rich before. And right now, in this best of times, worst of times, there is no better time to jump from the loser's bracket into the winner's bracket. Managing your time, managing life, it turns out it's really hard for people to reverse engineer how to show up 15 minutes early, which is why you need to shoot to show up 45 minutes early. When you show up a day early, you are now into pure psychopath, you're going to be a billionaire mode. Why? Because most people, they'll show up maybe an hour early if it's a cross-country trip. They even talked about this in the TV show The Wire, where if you're not showing up hours and hours before to scout the location, you could get whacked. And granted, we're not doing a drug deal. We are doing 15 minutes early. Not forgiving people 10 minutes late. This script is amazing because we already talked about that. Rich people show up early. We talked about that too. This video has been amazing because you and I might share the same notes. Hey, Larry, what do I do with these life skills? You sell them in an ebook for $19.50. Hey, Larry, okay, I can come up with an ebook with a landing page. How much do you get when I sell the book for $19.50? You get $19.50. Do you think you can make $200 doing this? Or can you make $40? Because this is what you're going to be doing here on out, is taking notes on videos for what they don't teach you in school and packaging up life skills, life hacks by yours truly, which is your name, you, selling an ebook for $19.50. Goal, sell one. And since the first one's super hard to sell, you're going to have to offer $9.75 back twice after they post, hey, this ebook, this e-article for $19.50 is pretty good. After they post once on social media, they get $9.75 back. Hey, Larry, that sounds like a lot of work. Coincidentally, that's fuck you money, which is fuck you. I'm going to rebate you 100%. I'm quite happy with myself